It is important to know if you have obstructive sleep apnea, but it doesn't mean that you have to go into the actual sleep lab to have a sleep study. So the difference between the two types of studies is that an in-lab sleep study is called a polysomnography, and insurance does pay for that study if you have insurance and you've met deductibles. But what that entails is going into a sleep lab. You have EEG leads on your head, so it tells us quality of sleep and the stages of sleep that you get into. So it's quite fascinating. You actually get to see how deeply you sleep. Do you get the deep restorative sleep where your body heals and repairs? Do you not get that because something is interfering with your ability to get into that stage of sleep? So you have EEG leads on your head. You have what's called a thermistor under your nose. So it's a little cannula that looks like oxygen when somebody's in the hospital or wearing oxygen, but nothing's coming out of it. It's just monitoring airflow from nose and mouth. You have an oximeter on your finger, which tells us oxygen and heart rate. You have an EKG lead, which is monitoring your heart. And you have two elastic bands that go across the chest that are monitoring the rise and fall of chest. And then you have two little tiny leads on the belly of the muscle of your leg that are monitoring any leg movements or even just the muscle contractions within the muscles of your legs, which can interfere with the quality of your sleep. So an in-lab sleep study is actually very informative. It gives us a lot of good information. And when we go over the sleep study, we go through all of that in detail. But if somebody is very afraid of coming into the sleep lab, there is home sleep studies, and those are utilized a lot. Those consist of you having a unit that you pick up either here or at one of the sleep labs or is mailed to you by one of the medical equipment companies. And that consists of the thermistor under the nose, the oximeter on the finger, and either a band across the chest or sometimes even a little area on the wrist or an area on the arm. So what it doesn't tell us is quality of sleep because you don't have EEG leads on, and it doesn't tell us leg movements, but it does tell us if you have obstructive sleep apnea or not, or even what's called central sleep apnea. So those are the differences between the two sleep studies, both of which can give you the information that you need to then be treated.